Hello, I'm Shuman Banerjee. I'm a consultant at Wolfram Research. I'll be presenting on Visual Studio Code extension for Wolfram Language. Now, most of my talk will be a demo, and so I'll be mostly presenting on VS Code. So recently, we have been working on this project for some time, and I want to demonstrate some of the important features in this presentation. Now, why we developed the Wolfram VS Code Wolfram extension in with VS Code because VS Code is a yeah. So plus VS Code has doing pretty good amongst the developers marketplace. Plus, it has very rich protocols like language server protocols, debugger protocols, task, test frameworks, many different protocols to which is helpful for us the developers to develop a good language a good ID for the languages. So we have chosen VS Code for that. Now, so our most of the let me just use it as a reference and go for the demonstration. Now, our extension is at the Wolfram Research GitHub repository. It's an open source project, and so we will be publishing this the new release very soon. The extension can be installed from the marketplace. This is the Wolfram Research extension published by Wolfram Research. You can see there are around 13,000 installs, and this is the uh, page for the marketplace, and we will be updating it soon with the new features. Here also in the VS Code, you can find it. This is our extension which is already installed for me. You can just right click and install it. As I have already installed it, you can see the uninstall button, but you can install it from there. The in product documentation will look like this. Where most of the features and the configuration details will be available in our repository. Plus, this will be the repository when it's published, and in web this is how it will look like. We are almost there, but we have not yet published because we are doing some last minute uh, things to make everything clearer. Now, a typical project looks have some .wl file plus some notebook plus some. This is VS Code notebooks, things like that. So these will be in a typical folder. So this is the sidebar area. This is the main active area, and you can find the commands, Wolfram language commands. These are the main Wolfram language commands we will be using. So this is the command prompt, command palette, sorry. Yeah, and I think this is command shift P. By pressing command shift P, you can access the command palette. Now, once you open the .wl file, it automatically connects to the LSP server with uh, the user don't have to do any settings change, because if the Wolfram language is installed in a default location, it will find the uh, um, kernel. But if you want to configure the kernel, I'll also show that later. So now multiple features are supported in .wl files. One of the important features is the Wolfram language sections. Sections will be, as you can see in this area, the sections are quite clearly visible here. So these are the core function section. This is the supported function section, and this is the global variable section in this file. Now within a section, you can choose any functions, and it will go to that function. Uh, so you can just you can check all the functions and the structure of the code from the outline section. So most of these features are supported through LSP server. If, let's say, hover is supported, hover feature, if a function has a multiple function definitions and the usage message is defined in the file, you can see the usage messages and the function definitions in the um, context menu, or the hover menu. But this function, there is no usage message, so the usage message shows no usage message, and the function definition pattern shows the only function definition patterns. But as there is multiple function definition patterns are defined, so this is the multiple function definition patterns. We can, there are error highlights are available in a switch statement. Let's say an error, this is duplicate clauses in the switch, so this will show you. Similarly, uh, empty variable in modules. If in a module variables is not used, see the it will be okay. I hope you can see it right now. I hope this is fine. So now see it is the clauses are duplicate clauses, empty variable. Here the variable is unused, so that's why it is suppressed. Plus, but if you use var2, it will not be suppressed anymore. So this is like a uh, this is syntax highlighting. Clearly this is a wrong operator, so you will find it here, expected and operand. Plus you can also, let me so this is if you see in the terminal, I have just this is control tilde, and you will find this panel where the outputs all the problems will be listed here. So you can check all the problems. Let's say here a warning is there that probably you want to use table in case of for these simple cases. Just to warn, it is no serious message, so that's why it's not read. But so these are some of the diagnostic properties. We can format it as well. If you select a function and then just do format selection, it should format the selected portion, which is I find helpful. We can also choose the color, change the color here. If you can change, let's say, to go to any color here, so it will change the color accordingly. This is the expand and shrink selection using, it's like multi click in the Mathematica front end. So this is shift, control and right arrow key. See, the one expression you can select, and then also you can deselect the expressions. So this is a nice property. If you have a big expression, you can select and unselect. Yeah, these are uh, uh, special characters. Now auto completion is also now supported. Let's say we, if you once while you're writing down the any text, it will auto complete. So there are two kinds of mainly functions and uh, so let's say so if you see, plot style is a function option, but plot is a system function. So these you can check. Also it will, for custom functions, like I think I have yeah, let's say expanded function or custom sign. Yeah, so this custom sign was is a function I defined earlier. So it's a user defined symbol, or you can check, you can select any of the system functions as well. Here let's say you can choose plot style and autocomplete it. Now for module variables, we are supporting scoped variable as well. Here let's say if I try to autocomplete it, so only the module variable 1, 2 and 3 is can be seen, but in this block inside the module, so there are these two variables can be scoped. So we can, if we select it, then mod block as well as the module variables both can be seen. So you can autocomplete it with uh, any of the selected. So as I showed earlier that with, so this is unused, that's why it is suppressed. So as whenever you will use it, this will be not be suppressed, so it will be the science uh, good syntax highlighting help, I guess. Also we can choose to go to reference, so I can find all of references. We can go to definition. Okay, and Yeah, so the references can be seen. So I want to go to these references, it comes there. Also you can use go to definition for any of the. Okay, for system functions, hover works. uh, if you hover over a system function, it will show the usage messages, plus it will show the web documentation. You can click and go to the web documentation. uh, we can. Okay, now let's say if we start a new, let's say, package file. I start a new .wf file, so our extension will know that it is a Wolfram language file where you, let's say, we can support snippets as well. So these are autocompletion plus, but the black one is a snippet. So once you click the snippet, it can generate the template. We are working on that. This is not a finished feature yet, but so here if you uh, want to, like, we can use other snippets code for this also. Let's say module, you can choose I can use v1 tab, v2, etc. So this way you can uh, clearly generate many useful snippets for your project. While developing a project, you may need to sometimes run some of the codes uh, to check its performance. So for that we have this command. If we can, you can start Wolfram in terminal, which will open a terminal where you can either this from this context when you can run this text, run selected text in active terminal, which will run it. And or something, or you can do it since, see, or you can also run a block of code as well. So this is now trying to do something, some code and test some code. We have another way right now, which is VsCode notebooks. um, People are using notebooks, so we are also, Microsoft has the VsCode notebook API, and following that we have developed this notebook support in VsCode. But for VsCode notebook support, we want to thank Mr. Brian Liu, and he has a community post in Wolfram, so you can check. I'll share the notebook after the talk. So he and his team has worked on this, and we have taken some of the concept from him. And he has the he has open source project, and as we are also, okay, so this is their project, and we have taken some of this and we have changed many parts. And so we really want to thank him for his contribution. Now I'm just going to answer the questions after this, this small notebook presentation. So let's say this is a simple notebook, and here it's Wolfram kernel is already connected. You can just do some simple calculation. So 2 plus 4. Now also we are supporting multiple, let's say equal to 2. So multiple lines of codes are also supported. Then we can texts text are supported. Then 2D 2D plots are supported. 3D plots can be seen. So these are also supported. Plus you can check the equations. Okay, now percentage, you know, which is what percentage in out, those are like, this is the input 11, this is, so I think out 12 should work. Yeah, out 9 is a plot. Let's see, I think it should work. Yeah, so these are working. Also many types are working on the probably dynamic is not working right now. We have a plan for that. Summary boxes are working, and you can, so except this we have multiple themes as well. This time this is a dark theme following Wolfram Alpha dark themes, plus we have our other themes as well. So Wolfram default is the mathematical like Wolfram theme, which is more like Wolfram Mathematica front end, and but there are other two themes as well. uh, the themes can be chosen from here. So these themes were already available. I think let me from dark. Yeah, okay, so we have a few small thing about the extension settings. For extension settings, you can go to the open configuration dialog box from command palette, select open configuration. This will open our configuration file where you can set any of the Wolfram kernel available in your system. For if you, for resource minimization, you can Wolfram notebook kernel, if you disable it, then the notebook kernel will not be automatically launched. So you can, so similarly the same thing can be done for LSP server as well. Also for developers, they can choose these log either off, or they can use the logs, so which will so these are the communications that's going on. If anyone wants to contribute, probably they will they have to understand these. So for that we have developed these, that the logs will be saved, and this is the LSP server log, and this is the notebook server log. So probably this will help the developers to develop new features, and when it will be open source, they can also contribute. And also you can see these log messages from here. For Wolfram language notebook, this is the log messages for how the communications are from Wolfram LSP. So this is the LSP server log messages. Probably this will help others also to contribute. All the communications are printed here. Okay, so I hope I can. Oh, I'm almost finished in time, so I can answer a few of the questions. Let's see. I have never used Visual Studio Code on Mac OS. Is there a tool from technical guide? Walk me through step to start from scratch. Install Visual Studio. Find the yeah. I uh, I think you can. I have given the links in the notebook. I'll be sharing those links, but mainly the Wolfram Research GitHub page. Yeah, this VsCode Wolfram page where most of the things will be given. And but if we can make it more explanatory for others to understand, but of the basic documentation is available in the Wolfram Research GitHub page. Can I use this interactive debugging of Packlet code? Load the Packlet and debug and develop. We are we have worked on debug adapter protocol to debugging some of the codes, but till now the debugger is not totally developed for VS Code. It will take some time, I guess. But for Packlet development, you can use this, but not for debugging purpose yet. Will take some time. May I see example of interacting debugging? Okay, so I'm curious to. No, debug adapter protocol. We are working on it. I hope will be using it. We'll be developing it soon. What is the visual feedback or to indicate that what namespace I'm using? My default works is always use a namespace or no to how a traditional promise. Okay, so as I said, for debugging in global, I think I have had some code. Let me see. So here, if I global context, there is nothing. So you can see in the notebook also there is we are not using the global contexts. But if you need to know more about it, I can answer it after the session. Yeah, how well is traditional form is supported here? Okay, so for but these are all images right now. So if you see, so this is the traditional form of this. I hope uh, all I think input form, yeah, and then you can also text form, yeah. The I think I missed it. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, most of the forms are supported, and if you uh, report any issues or bugs, we'll support that. We'll try to support that. I use every what are the main advantages in moving to Visual Studio Code? I think we probably will not be supporting Eclipse for long, and Code is much lighter, and there will be much more features. Uh, Mainly will not be. I don't think will not be supporting for too long, but um, here almost all the things that I know of Eclipse can do in VS Code also can be done. So I think, and this is much more lighter, and we'll be developing mainly this ID as of now, if nothing comes out. But we have to probably talk to the team about this, how long are we going to support Eclipse IDE, but primarily knew that we will not be supporting it for long, and we'll be switching to VS Code. So I hope all the questions are answered. So if not, there is anything new or comes up, then I can stop sharing. Okay, thanks for your attention. Bye.